Hello, my name is Amy Shields, and I serve the San Luis Coastal Unified School District as the Director of Elementary Learning and Achievement. The purpose of this webinar is to provide information to our families and community about standards-based grading and reporting, which is being piloted across the district this year at many of our elementary schools. To find out if your child's classroom is participating in standards-based grading pilot, please contact your site principal. At San Luis Coastal Unified School District, our primary responsibility is to make sure that all students learn at optimal levels so they have the competence they need to achieve their dreams. After extensive research and planning, we have learned that we can do a better job of educating students and communicating student learning through the implementation of standards-based grading. Standards-based grading provides a framework to communicate what each student has learned, what they know and are able to do, their academic achievement of grade level standards. Standards are the expectations outlined at each grade level and in each content area. In traditional grading, teachers would use A through F grades or a plus, check, and minus. They would give a variety of assignments through the trimester, and each assignment would be given a grade. At the end of the trimester, the scores were averaged to determine one grade for each subject. Factors including participation, completion of homework, and effort may have been included in the grade as well. Grading varied from class to class, teacher to teacher, and school to school. The problem was the grade did not necessarily reflect what skills and concepts the student had mastered, leaving parents unclear about how to support their child at home. In standards-based grading, each subject is divided into important skills or standards. Grading by the teacher is based on the student's mastery of the skills, no matter what school the child attends. On a standards-based report card, the child receives separate grades for effort, attitude, progress, and work habits. Our rationale for moving from a traditional system to standards-based grading is to focus our grading and reporting system on student learning. Standards-based grading will make our grading more specific, accurate, fair, and timely. Standards-based grading will make our grades more specific because they are based on attainment of state, national, and local academic standards, and the work of teaching and learning will be focused and aligned to these standards. Standards-based grading will make our grading more accurate because student performance will be measured by attainment of standards, not based on a curve or compared to the performance of other students. Grades and points will no longer be given for non-academic factors such as effort, participation, or extra credit. It is still important to communicate these, but they will not be counted in the academic grade. Standards-based grading will make our grading more fair because teachers have determined clear, common, and agreed-upon reporting standards to be used district-wide. Teachers will be collectively developing common assessments and common proficiency criteria for those assessments. And ultimately, standards-based grading is more timely and supportive of student learning. Our goal is to make sure that students are engaged in their learning and that they are the primary stakeholders in their education. We need to give them timely feedback about their learning and provide many opportunities for academic practice, which will inform next steps for teacher instruction and student learning, so that at the end of the unit or grading period, students have had enough support in the learning process that they can showcase evidence of their learning. The purpose for our report card is to communicate to students and parents the student's progress towards meeting district standards. The report card identifies successes and guides next steps in learning. Our K-6 report card will have the same structure to it, meaning each grade level will include specific information for reading, writing, language, speaking and listening, and math. We will be grading students against trimester expectations, not year-end mastery of a standard. So let's take a closer look at the three major differences in our report card. This slide shows just the reading portion of the report card that we have been using for the last several years. As you can see on this second grade example, there's not much specific information here about what the student is expected to learn. This is a sample of our new second grade report card with specific reporting standards that describe student learning and reading. Parents will now have much more information on how their child is progressing in a variety of skills critical for becoming a competent reader. Another thing parents will notice that is different on the elementary report card is use of the rubric for all academic marks. It is important to note that for the elementary report card, the marks are not aligned to letter grades, so a 4 does not equal an A, a 3 does not equal a B, and so forth. Because our academic standards in San Luis Coastal are rigorous, the mark of a 3 represents a high level of achievement and is the goal for each student. Some students will consistently and independently demonstrate learning beyond grade level standard, and some students will need continued work in order to meet grade level standards. As parents and guardians, this report card will provide you with more information about what specific standard will require more learning on the part of your student. The third difference you will notice is student behaviors that support learning. These behaviors are critical for student success and include how students think, communicate, and work, both independently and collaboratively. They are aligned to 21st century learning skills, college and career readiness expectations, and the habits of mind. Students will be assessed based on if they are consistently, usually, sometimes, or not yet demonstrating these behaviors. Research tells us that when standards-based grading is used, there is an increased focus on student learning and attainment of standards. Our teachers and principals are working hard to improve our grading and reporting system so that you can be sure the grades are truly a reflection of what a student has learned and is able to do. When we provide better information about what students have learned, we're doing a better job supporting our students in pursuing and achieving their dreams. Special thanks to Darla Batistic, teacher on special assignment for assessment, and the 37 teachers and principals who served on the District Grading Consortium that developed our purpose and report card contents. Thanks also to our site PTA and ELAC groups for providing feedback on our standards-based report card pilot. We look forward to continued feedback from teachers, principals, and parents during the 2014-15 school year on our standards-based report card pilot. For more information, check out our Instructional Services blog page devoted just to our new report card. Thank you for being partners with us as we work on our shared goal of bringing our district mission alive for your child.